What's going on? My name is Jadon, and today we're going to be talking about bulking on Bodygame. Now, the physique that I have today is because I bulked up 3 to 5 times over the course of maybe 4 to 5 years. My very first video, I probably talked about how I went on multiple bulks, multiple cuts, and I did. Because your body needs a lot of mass in order to lift heavy muscle and have the strength to do it, and then cut down the weight so it keeps the muscle but cuts down the fat. You keep doing that more and more often, your body is going to grow in terms of the muscle that you're trying to contribute to your physique. I think I've done probably maybe at minimum 4 bulks. I'm an ectomorph, so I have a hard time gaining muscle. I've always been a skinny kid. And growing up, I had to eat a lot of food in order to gain the mass, eat a lot of calories in order to gain the muscle. Now, there was this YouTuber called Dylan McKnight who was super huge. I think he was like 20, 18 years old. He was in college at the time. He just looked massive. And I saw a video while I was taking the bus going home from school. And his secrets were eating a lot of muffins, drinking a lot of protein shakes, eating a lot of calories, a lot of beef, lifting heavy weight, and he just looked huge. That guy looked massive, especially for his age as well, because I was, I believe, 15 or 16 years old, and when I started taking the gym seriously, I think in order to get bigger, you gotta eat bigger. I've always seen that quote on the internet somewhere, where you have to eat more calories in order to get bigger. It's kind of simple. It's like a 1 + 1 = 2 kind of thing. Now, there's probably gonna be more and more that goes into that, but it's mostly like the more calories that you eat, the bigger you're going to get, obviously, which will eat a lot of caloric dense foods and that they get fat, but they don't use those calories in order to gain the muscle. They just eat the calories, they don't even hit the gym. I was using those calories to hit the gym. So with Dylan McKnight, he had a bulking video where he was just eating a lot of food. He was eating a lot of muffins, just a lot of calories. And I want to be just like this guy. I went to a local Walmart and I made sure I got all the muffins I could. I went to Aldi, made sure I got all the protein and turkey and eggs that I could. And I was drinking my eggs. I still drink my eggs today. If you add a scoop of protein and some eggs to your blender, you're not gonna taste the egg. Just gonna taste like a regular protein shake. I was getting all those calories in. I lifted heavy muscle. I went from, I believe, now I don't have pictures of this because I didn't document it at the time, but I think I was 140, 150 pounds, and I gained it up to 160 pounds during the first year of bulking up at 16 years old. And now this was huge for me. I didn't see much gains. I was newbie gains. I was still in high school at the time, and I didn't see growth with the muscles like that. I didn't really see the gym. I was taking it seriously, but I was learning. I didn't know the things that I know today. So I kept on testing it out, trying to see what works best for me. If this workout will help me out, if this amount of food will help me out. I was kind of just like freeballing it. And I didn't see much changes with that bulk because I was just eating a lot of muffins, eating a lot of eggs. And I seen the growth because I was still pushing the heavy weight and I was gaining some muscle, which you're going to see, which newbie gains. Anyone who's going to start working out are going to see a lot of drastic changes to their physique and a good amount of time, which is called newbie gains. I seen the newbie gains, it was there, but I was like, this is gonna be a while because I'm a hard gainer. It takes a lot for me to bulk up. I have a high metabolism and I've always had that. So maybe it might slow down when I get older, who knows? But what I do know is that it took a lot of calories in order for me to gain that weight. If you're gonna try to bulk up on Bodygame, just know that you're gonna look fat for a little bit. Because after the third bulk, which was when I was, I believe, 18, 19 years old, I just got out of basic training at the time in the military. I gained that weight back because during the basic training, we had 3 square meals, but they were small square meals. And we didn't have a food that we wanted to eat. So they were just 3 square meals and we worked out a lot. It's boot camp, basic training. Anyone who's been in the military knows that you're just gonna be exercising all of the time. You're gonna be getting smoked, you're gonna be, just like the littlest things, you're gonna be getting smoked, you're gonna be training, you're working out. They're turning you into a person in the military, a soldier, an airman, a seaman, or a spaceman. I don't know what they call Space Force people now, but they're training you. And I wasn't getting enough calories to get in there. So I went from this big, bulky guy at 18 years old to the skinny, lean, shredded guy. I lost a lot of my muscle. But as soon as I got out of the basic training and out of my AIT and back to the regular civilian world, I was able to have access to the food that I would need in order to maintain the frame that I needed to grow the muscle. So during that third bulk, I actually seen a lot more growth. I guess my muscles have been pushed to its limits, the nucleus overload, by this YouTuber named Team 3D Alpha. I was doing a lot of nucleus overload training after boot camp. I trained, but I wasn't lifting weights. That was a lot. That was a lot of body weight training. After I got out of boot camp and everything, I seen a lot more growth because the nuclei that's actually stored in the muscle never leaves. It actually comes back faster and stronger because all that nucleus in it has had a break and it came back up. So we were overloading ourselves. We stopped all that overloading, so we're gonna take a break. Oh, this person's gonna overload again. Let's get the muscle back faster and stronger and even bigger and better. So all that broken down nuclei and tissue is gonna be reformed and stronger than ever because they're going back to that training. So it's muscle memory in a way. Not even just a mental thing, it's like literal muscle memory. Your muscle goes back to its original shape and even bigger and stronger because it knows that's going to be broken down and ripped apart again. Your body, that's essentially what working out is. Your muscles are ripping apart and it's going to grow back stronger and faster. Now, over the accumulation of all of these bulks, I was seeing more growth. So I bulked up and cut down. My first cut, I didn't know what I was doing. So I lost all my muscle at 17 years old. I had some, but I lost most of my muscle. I was just not eating like that. I was fasting. I wasn't cutting down the right way. Wasn't doing any cardio, I was just fasting. And I just lost a lot of my muscle. I didn't train as hard when in fact you're supposed to train even harder because your body needs more energy and it needs more strength and growth to keep that muscle that you're maintaining. So the first cut was bad. Then the second one wasn't too bad because I learned more. I was like, I lost most of my muscle. How do I get this back? I got it back after the second bulk, and then the second cut, I maintained most of my muscle. I still didn't know what I was doing. I wasn't lifting as much weights. I wasn't fasting as much, but I wasn't eating enough protein, and I didn't see much results then. Then the third bulk, I actually knew what I was doing. Over the accumulation of 3 to 4 years of bulking and cutting, the third bulk, I actually knew what I was doing. I was bulking up the right way. I was eating 5 to 6 meals a day, whether that be ground turkey, pasta, and greens, especially while I was working in a warehouse. So I was burning off energy while maintaining that mass because I was always moving my body around. And the warehouse was either super cold or super hot. So if you're gonna be in a super cold warehouse, you're gonna be wearing a lot of clothing. While you're moving around, moving boxes and everything like that, your body's gonna generate more heat. Now when it's hot, essentially the same thing, just without the clothes. It's just naturally gonna make more heat. So I was burning off a lot of fat, but I was still getting a lot of muscle. And I've seen a lot of growth with that. The third bulk, it was good. Then I cut down that weight as I was getting ready for deployment. So I wanted to be in shape. I wanted to be in top shape. I didn't know what to expect while I was gonna go overseas. So I had to prepare myself with the cardio because I'm not a cardio guy. I suck at running. I still jog, get my jogging in. I do my 2 mile. I fasted 2 mile every single time. I've never failed a 2 mile before, but I still was not the best runner. But cut down that weight, and I was looking good. I was looking lean. And then after that, after my 2 deployments, my fifth, I wouldn't say final bulk, but my fifth bulk was overseas on deployment. I think in my military video that I posted the other day, I did talk about how I did bulk up, but if I didn't, my fifth bulk was on my deployment overseas. And we had access to a lot of food there. So I made sure that I ate whatever I need to do, 4 to 5 meals, and doing a lot more lifting, a lot more bulking up, a lot more free weights as well. I was using a lot of machines, and I caused a lot of growth for the muscle. So after my fifth bulk, I seen a lot more growth, a lot more gains. I think my highest was 220 pounds. Like I said, I'm a hard gainer. I was using a lot more free weights, a lot more strength, building more strength. And because I had a lot of muscle at the time, and I've gotten a lot of compliments from people as well, but I had a lot more, I wasn't as strong as how I am now. I'm not the strongest person in the world, but I look, feel, and do really good. I'm still strong, but I'm not the strongest person in the world. But the overall point is to have good cardio, look good, have good strength, and be respected by other people, and be respectful to yourself. So after my fifth bulk, I gained a lot of muscle, a lot of strength, learned a lot, did some martial arts. Then on the cut during 3 months before I was gonna deploy out of overseas and go back to America, I cut down a lot of weight. I was doing a lot more cardio, eating a lot more protein and greens, no carbs at all. Very minimal carbs, doing a lot more cardio, and I seen much more growth. When I was cutting down, because I was still pushing heavy weight, doing a lot more cardio, and having a high protein intake, and still seeing the growth while maintaining that muscle and losing that fat, even though I was cutting out the carbohydrates. So with 5 bulks and 5 cuts, what did I really learn? What I learned is that, especially as a hard gainer, you're gonna not see a lot of growth until maybe your 3rd or 4th bulk. And after that, you're gonna see a lot more growth, especially if you know what you're doing. It took me a lot, and I learned what to do now. With experience comes growth, right? And starting at an early age of 16 years old, training in the gym heavily, I've learned a lot, I've grown a lot, and I'm continuing to do so, especially with the physique that I'm aiming to achieve. Now, my next bulk is probably, I don't know when it's gonna be. I think, we'll see. I'm in my early 20s right now, so I don't know. I gotta put my chips in order. I gotta see what's gonna be good for me if I bulk up again. Now, I might go on like a mini, I might just do any small bulks, because I did bulks in iterations of 6 months. So I might just do like a 2-month bulk, 3-month bulk, to cut down the weight a little bit. We'll see what happens. I don't know what's gonna be in store for me in terms of physique that I'm continuously growing, but I think I want to be as big as I possibly can naturally and be as lean in a healthy way. Right now I am kind of maintaining. I just got back from overseas for like 2 years straight, so I've just been enjoying healthy, clean food, but I haven't been doing my cardio as maybe I should do it as much. I'll be honest here, like I do cardio every single day, but not as intense as I had it when I was cutting down the weight. Right now I'm at like a good body fat percentage and I look pretty good. Should be a video on screen right now of like the physique that, because I took a video last night on how I looked, and I can get a little bit leaner, but I look pretty good. And so far, so as I've been in America, man, I've just been getting compliments everywhere. I'm walking everywhere, man, and it's just like people are just staring at me. I'm minding my business, doing my thing. I'm just getting looks, man. You stand out, especially when you're a man in shape, you take care of yourself. I think that, especially if I'm putting my face and my body on social media, I'm gonna care somewhat of what I look like out there. It's paying off, and not even just for the woman, it's paying off for success. I've had people who are making a lot of money right now walk up to me and ask how I get in tip-top shape. I usually say, if you DM me on Instagram the word diet, or I can just get your contact information and I exchange it. I can help you out with your physique and your meal plan and what you're eating and how you're working out and see what you're doing to get the physique that you actually want, which works out. DM me the word diet. And they see a lot of growth. Like I've been getting approached by people in the business industry, the fitness industry, woman, obviously. Woman's a plus, but the whole point of it is to feel better for yourself, to have a healthy life. And it's just a plus with the woman thing. But I care about money. My main thing is money. I love money. And I've always been told to make content. And I said this in the last video, but I've always been told to make content on social media. I've always just felt like, not necessarily afraid, but I just always wondered if it's gonna be good. And the first videos that I'm having right now, they're not the best, but they can be better. And it's better than the content I'm seeing right now, where the person's not being genuine. The person doesn't actually put effort into his content, but at least they're putting themselves out there. At least they're taking that risk, putting themselves out there on social media in general. And because the competition is so low, this is very beneficial for you, because not a lot of people are going to be this honest and genuine about what they're experiencing and how they are growing with their physique, especially someone who's got back from overseas for 2 years straight. I'm still adjusting to reality right now. None of this feels real. Like the fact that I'm driving my car, the fact that I'm still able to hit the gym, the fact that I have like freedom in a way. In the military, you're going to have some sort of freedom, but it's very militant. It's going to be a rigorous schedule that you're going to be abiding by. And you signed up for that, right? What do you really expect? It's the military. It's a serious thing. But the fact that I get to have freedom right now in a way of doing what I want to do and making content on social media, I'm forever grateful. I'm just forever grateful. And for the many people and for the few people who are watching this video right now, I get to show you that Bodygame really means everything. It's a lifestyle. It's a game. You're growing your body, and as you're getting bigger, stronger, leaner, faster, you're learning, you're growing, you're getting disciplined. In all aspects of your life, you're growing continuously. And that's what I've been experiencing, especially for these past weeks that I've been. So this was probably a longer video. Obviously, this video is going to be cut up for sure, but I'm probably going to cut this part out too. Maybe, I don't know. We'll see. I could talk your head off forever. But that's it, guys. Make sure you guys like and subscribe. As always, I'm trying to inspire at least one person who may watch my video. DM me the word diet on Instagram so I can create a meal plan for you so you can get the physique that you want in the realistic time frame that you can get it. Have a good rest of your day, guys. Take care of yourselves. Keep grinding. Peace.